Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for being here with us today. We are here to discuss, as you've seen on the thumbnail, Daredevil Born Again, Season 2, Episode 6 and 7. My name is C the Superior, and I'm not here alone. I'm here with my co-host, the Great Grand Slam Pooh Pie. What's crack-a-lackin'?
I mean, beside Fisk's patience,
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta say, not much. I'm excited to talk about some Daredevil. I know we took off last week, but we're back and we're going to talk about a little bit of episode 6, and can't wait to talk about 7. I think Daredevil is it's one of my favorite shows that we do and that we
Mhm.
review. So look forward to talking about it with you.
All right. So just to touch on episode 6, um, Vanessa's funeral took place, right? She's completely gone, as you saw in the episode before. And there is unrest in the city. We have protests happening.
I'm sorry. Can you fix that? I don't know what I did. My screen just randomly just shrunk, and I was trying to fix it. I'm so sorry, but carry on.
It's okay.
I'll try to
Little
work on this.
chaos. But no, we have protests happening in the city. We have, of course, the task force going around. They ended up by the end of the episode, they ended up apprehending Karen,
Mhm.
and she's been on the run, as we all know. And we also see that Daniel is scared for his life. Like he is like sweating like a pig whole episode. It's his birthday. He can't even hardly enjoy it because he's like worried for his life. We do see that he goes home to his mom's house for his birthday, and it's like that's so sweet. But also, I'm thinking it's because he's just so stressed out and worried that he just want to be home at his mom's house. It's like,
I was thinking that he wanted to be a good son and celebrate it with his mom. You know what I got out of Daniel is interesting to me because he portrays to be a BA, like he's somebody who can run the streets, but obviously he's a good kid. He just
mhm.
got caught up in the wrong crowd. Cause I thought it was adorable that he wanted to bring it in with his mom and I almost said his Vanessa.
Yeah, uh-huh. It is
BB. I'm
Vanessa,
sorry. BB.
BB,
Yes,
BB.
BB.
And of course, following Vanessa's funeral, we see Heather. Heather has turned into quite the kleptomaniac.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's up with that?
I don't know what's going on with her character. And it's such a detour from season 1, right? And granted, it was a build, right?
Uh-huh.
Things happen. Now she's slowly her whole character arc and everything about her is changing. Because I'm like, what happened to season 1? What happened to season 1? I almost said Vanessa. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Vanessa's on
Heather.
the brick. Heather. I'm like, what happened to season 1, Heather? You were so sweet. Now
She's
you're
a
just
changed
doing these things.
woman.
Oh
Changed
yeah.
woman. That
She-
near-death experience did something to her. That and the complete abandonment by Matt Murdock, because he just dipped and she didn't even know where the hell this man was.
no.
It,
But not for nothing. If I can say, I feel like Matt dodged the bullet,
oh
literally.
yeah, he definitely did. He
Yeah.
definitely
No, because I
dodged
think
the
this
bullet.
woman, is a little insane.
Yeah, but I
Even
wonder if,
the
if that added to her psychosis. Like, imagine being with somebody and then they're just up and gone, and you're like, "What the hell
yeah.
happened?" And
Oh,
then you
that is
see him
no.
in the next episode popping up in the courtroom like everything is Gucci. Like, what happened?
But what was this? What did you think about the part here? I want to say this was the same episode when she had Buck did it where
Ooh,
right with the choke. I was like,
yes.
what are we getting here? I was like, I felt like I needed to leave the room.
Yes. So apparently there's, an after show where they discuss the show, like certain
Mhm,
actors, come on in and discuss the episode.
mhm.
So apparently Heather and Buck were supposed to actually kiss in that scene, but the actress advocated for that not to take place. So they kind of took it to like this almost tension where it's like they almost could, but they actually didn't. So there's clearly meant to be some sort of sexual tension between Heather
Okay,
and Buck.
I could
But
I
her,
could see that.
yeah, doing the whole right to him, like she's gone mad. And I was so happy in episode 7, when we get to episode 7, Fisk brings her in and he calls that chick out for being a thief. He put the earring right on the desk.
That's what that was about. I needed that reminder because I was like, I know that's a significant, but why? And
Because
right,
he caught her. He caught her for being a thief. And there was a moment that I was thinking, well, shout out to Fisk because nobody will make me hate Fisk because this man always loved him some Vanessa. He was a
mhm,
good husband. I wasn't here for the episode where you guys covered like her dying in the hospital, but the
mhm.
way he was so excited when she got back to life, I was like, oh, he just loves his wife. And there was a moment where I was thinking, okay, well, after his grieving period, would him and Heather like work out because he clearly likes a strong,
Nah,
independent woman,
I
but
don't think
she's
so.
gone crazy. And the fact that she stole his deceased wife's jewelry, I think that just put a nail in the coffin for any potential romance.
I feel like your wording is totally terrible, Cedar Superior. Nail in the coffin.
Oh yeah.
And if I could be, I mean, if I can just join in here, if I could be honest, see, I don't think Vanessa will be using those earrings anytime soon.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
I
true.
mean, I mean, Fisk might as well give it up because is Fisk gonna win? I don't think Fisk have the ears for those earrings.
Fisk don't want nobody to have nothing that was once
No,
Vanessa's.
he
That's his baby girl. He not
he don't
playing.
he don't he do not play with Vanessa at all. Like that's what I was saying. As you asked that, I feel like that was just a general question. Absolutely not. I just feel like one, Fisk just lost his wife, and two, I don't think anyone could ever replace like Vanessa had Fisk doing things that you could tell Fisk wouldn't do. Anybody else that would ask him to do whatever, he would not do it. But if Vanessa
Mhm.
asks it, he's going to do it. So I just can't see. And also, too, I just think that and I'm interested in seeing how. So I think we got one more episode, I think, but
Yeah, 8
we got
episodes.
another season, and I'm interested in seeing how Bucks and Heather's, because it's clearly something there. Like as you mentioned, I wanted to touch on that and see where that goes. And I just think it was such an interesting. It was the female actress that went that route, right? Instead of the kids
Yeah,
through the show.
uh-huh.
Okay, I just think
Mhm.
that's interesting to see where that go. And Buck, and if I could just throw out, Bucks looked like he was enjoying it too.
Oh yeah, Buck was down. He was down for the get down. He said, "Whatever you want, I'm here."
Yeah, choke me out.
Yeah, he had some kinks for sure. But in the episode, let me pull out some of these notes here.
Sure,
There was, of course, excuse me, something I completely skipped over from episode 6 that was so big. The
there
return
we
of
go.
Jessica Jones.
Yeah,
She, has a daughter by the name of Danielle. We see that Charles is actually the one who sent the task force or some task force over to her home to kind of get rid of her or at least to spy on her, and they kind of took it too far. According to him, he didn't intend to harm her and her daughter.
right.
But when we get to episode 7, and of course Jessica Jones pulls up at his house like, yo, why did you send these people to me? Like, what's up with that? He implied that she couldn't do anything to him because he's her point of contact to Luke,
Luke.
right? Luke Cage.
Mhm.
And B, he flat out said, I heard, little birdie told me that you're losing your powers anyway. So what you really going to do? So I'm like, what is up with her potentially losing her powers? What's up with, Luke working with Charles? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I was gonna ask you, how do you feel about the stuff about Jessica Jones losing her powers? Because they
I
they
don't
did
even
display that.
know where that came from because I've
that-
never watched Jessica Jones, so
Okay,
I'm not sure if this was something that was in development in her seasons or in the Defender, in her sorry her series or in the Defenders. So I don't know where that's coming from. It's not something that I expected, and
right.
also there was a little like interaction between her and Cherry. And he asked her, "Are you sticking around?" And she said, "I haven't decided yet." So I'm like, is she going to be staying in Daredevil? Are we going to further this
I think
thing
so.
about her powers? I don't know, but what do you think?
I think so. I think we get some tie-ups from like the other series from the sorry about that from
Defenders?
yes, and I think because I they already spoiled like Luke Cage is going to be here, and they said the actor who play Iron Fist. But talking about there was another question you asked. You was asking about how do I feel about the stuff with. I'm sorry, you said about Luke. I'm sorry, there was a
Yeah,
question you
Luke
asked.
Cage working with or for
I don't
Charles.
think I don't think he's working with. You know what? He probably is because the last season of season 2 of Luke Cage, he was the mafia, like he was the Godfather of Harlem.
Okay.
That's going to be interesting to see if they touch on that still or not. Um, I'm just happy that we're getting Luke Cage back, and especially the actor who plays him. So
Mhm.
I'm stoked about it. I love the Luke Cage series. I was always a toss up for me between that and Daredevil. What was like the better show because I thought both shows were really good. So, do I think
Mhm.
he's working with him? I'm gonna go no. I don't think he's working with him. I think he just knows his whereabouts. And Jessica, um, and I'm wondering too. Do you think that the father of the, because I feel like it is the father of the child. I feel like they confirmed it though. The father of the child of Jessica Jones is
Oh, is Luke Cage? Yes,
yeah, it's
100%. Did
totally
you see that little girl? That's definitely a biracial little girl. I've
mhm.
only known Jessica Jones to be with one black man, so I'm pretty sure it's Luke
Fair
Cage.
enough. Fair enough. I was
I
gonna
am
ask.
pretty sure it's
I
him.
think they even confirmed it. But I'm
Uh,
wondering why he just picked up and leave. So I'm hoping that they explained a lot of these things because there are questions like why isn't he here? And
yeah.
I don't know. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that
Mhm.
all plays out.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. So we have, of course, Karen was officially arrested. This episode booked. She's in the slammer, right? Daredevil's made aware of it from Cherry, who is, fine after his heart attack. I believe it was one of the episodes that either you or Vic, I believe it was Vic asked about where's Cherry this whole time. So Cherry's still around he's still with us, right?
Hmm.
But Daredevil wanted to essentially break Karen out, but Cherry had to tell him, like, no, she's, legally booked.
Legally,
She
yeah.
has been working with vigilantes, which is illegal in their city, and there's not much she could do about it. And yeah, so I thought that was interesting because Karen is illegally being behind bars, but of course, since she's worked with lawyers her whole life, she has the dream team, aka Kirsten, who is the superior lawyer according to Matt Murdock himself, and Matt Murdock, who comes from the shadows in order to defend her in her trial.
I actually like this scene. I was watching it back. But I guess what I liked about it is because Fisk is already like he's hanging on by a thread. So to
Mhm.
see Matt just walk into the court just like this,
Yes.
and Fisk is already, and there's a face that Fisk has. I wish I took a picture because it could be something for a meme. And he just looked highly disgusted. He just
Mhm.
looked so disgusted with his team. He's like, "Why have you not eliminated this man? What are we
Mhm.
doing here?" Um, so I did like when Matt just walked in casually and having the crowd, everyone that was there talking and stuff. I thought that
Mhm.
was a really good scene. And it's and I guess for me, it's like I'm interested in seeing because this is a power move from Matt and how it all plays out in episode 8.
Yep. And speaking of Matt, right? Him having to again come out of the shadows kind of got to the point that the task force ended up trying to take him out by the end of the
Yeah,
trial. Yeah, they attacked him in the parking lot. We had, Karen Page there, we had Cherry there. There were so many different people in this parking lot. And by the end of it, only one man got, and it was like a police officer, the NYPD police officer, right?
I
And I
know.
was thinking, this is the point where I was concerned about plot armor for our main characters because I'm like, hold on, these task force came out. They're supposed to be these trained, heavily armed, individuals, militant, individuals, and they couldn't take not nobody out. That's what I was concerned. I was like, not Karen, not Matt, not nobody in their team,
No, they're not
just
as
one
good as it.
random police officer.
They're not as good as it. Well, one plot armor, right? So you gotta keep your characters in because if you kill Matt, then that's the end of the series. And I think I actually got a little worried. I thought they were gonna get Cherry. I thought Cherry was.
Oh yeah.
I honestly
Mhm.
thought Cherry was falling off the tree here. Um, Thank you for that. That was really good. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but you got to keep these characters going. I think they don't want to give us any more. I'm not even trying to be funny about Cherry, the character. He had a heart attack, but I don't think they want to give us any more heart attacks like this character might, because like I might lose my crap here if they kill off MacGuffin. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm saying Kristen. Cause I was like, they better not
Oh,
kill her
she's
off.
yeah, her. I know
Yeah,
who you're talking about.
they
The
can't.
lawyer.
Don't give me that scare ever. Don't do that ever.
No, and then also by the time closer to the end of the episode, we see that of course Fisk is trying to take the governor out, right? So that assassination was unsuccessful as well. So I was like, who is anybody gonna die? But it was righted by the end of the
Jesus
episode.
Christ! See, is anybody gonna die? Like what?
Anybody gonna die on Matt Murdock's side? Like what's
Hold on,
up?
I feel like every show I have to remind you guys, the audience, because we might get some new ones. I mean, if you've been watching for a long time, you know this. But if you're new, Caesar Superior's favorite hero is Red Hood, because you know
Yes.
why? He gets rid of everybody.
People gotta die. It's just is what it is. It's the world we live in. We need some deaths here. Too many
No, we
world's
need.
too
No, we
populated. Take
need.
them
Oh,
out.
so she. No, so let everyone know she agreed with Thanos. But carry on, Caesar Superior.
Yes.
I
But
did too. By the way, I did too.
it's see? But yeah, I was concerned. But then we see over the course of the episode, BB and Daniel. So Daniel,
Oh man, my
of
main man
course,
Daniel.
is under pressure, right? He's kind of at this crossroads where he has to deliver the leak, which Buck is convinced is BB, right? BB, his good friend, BB, the woman that he definitely has a serious crush on, right?
Mhm.
And he gets to the point that he's actually delivering her to the hands of Buck.
Buck.
And I was thinking the whole time, why isn't BB running? Like she put up no fight. She was just like, and by the time when they were in the car and he's confessing like his greatest sins to her, I'm like, girl, this is what killers do before they kill you. Get out the goddamn car. But she just sat there. I'm like, are you dumb? But then by the time he actually delivers her to the address where Buck is waiting in the shadows in the room, he has a change of heart and he allows her to go free. Did you suspect that would happen? Were you surprised that he was
Nah.
either turning her in or decided to let her go? Like, what did you think?
Nah, I felt it. I felt it. I felt like, because there was a spot where she says, "Dude, is this how you want to be remembered?" Which I would say too, if I was on the verge of death. Be like,
Yeah,
you
is
want to
this
be,
what you want to be?
this is how you want to be remembered in the history books? Terrible. But I wasn't surprised that he did it because once again, Daniel, you could tell by just watching the show that he's a good kid. He just got caught up in the bad. He got in a bad rap. He got caught up, and he was trying to his best. Listen, when you're caught up in that kind of lifestyle, you know that one bad move, if something goes wrong, you're swimming with the fishes.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that he stood up and he stepped up. I mean, I wouldn't have done any of this stuff. I mean, BB would have to go.
Mhm.
I mean, tell your uncle I said hi. Tell your uncle I said hello.
And tell your uncle hello.
Yeah, tell him my best wishes. I'm sorry. Like I commend him for doing that, but like
Uh-huh.
I'm going back home to Ma. You're
Right,
going right back. I'm
exactly.
going back to
Just left his
Stein.
mom's house.
He didn't even get to finish his cake.
No.
If I'm correct, this is the same day as his birthday. What a terrible way to go.
Oh wow! Imagine dying on your birthday.
No,
But
I don't want to.
and I was thinking whole time, by the time she runs off and we see that, of course, Daniel kills, I'm sorry, Buck kills Daniel,
Bucks.
right? Daniel doesn't make it by the end of the episode. And it made me think of two things, right? One, why didn't Daniel leave with BB? What made him, still go into that house
Mhm.
to basically tell Buck that he didn't bring BB, right? And also another thing, are they going to blame BB for Daniel's death? Are they going to try to frame her? Because she's the last person to see him live, as far as anybody knows. She's ran off, left the scene of the crime, if you will, right?
Yeah.
And it seems like that's the next logical thing for them to attempt to do in order to kind
I
of,
can see that.
get rid of her voice from the BB report and also, give them an out for Buck killing Daniel.
Right.
Yeah,
No, I can see
to
that
begin
though.
with, why do you think he didn't run? Why did he still continue to buck?
I think why do you continue to buck?
Yeah.
Buck when you shark, buck when you I don't even know the lyrics. What he
Nuck
said.
if you buck. Nuck if you buck, boy.
Yeah, he should. That's what he should do. He should have knocked if you buck. I mean,
He
he would have
sure
lost.
should have knocked if he buck because
Yeah.
you just gonna show up with empty handed. He didn't bring a gun or nothing.
Listen, there's no doubt in my mind that Buck was going to kick his ass, but he at least could have put up a
He could
fight.
have came in with something like you're coming
I,
in with nothing.
I think what happened is here why he didn't run. I think he didn't run because one Buck was he would have still been found, and I think he didn't want to put his mother into jeopardy and BB and his mother
Oh
and any kind
yeah.
of thing. So I think that was the other thing, and the other thing I think if he ran, let's say he ran with BB, right? That would have been both of them. So I think it was a sacrifice. He realized, like, look, I got myself into this mess. You didn't do anything. I understand what your mission was. You wanted to take out this corrupt empire. So I think that's why he just didn't do it. And also, too, I mean, like, this is not. I feel like it would have been so Black Lightning. You remember when Jennifer and I forgot what my boy name was. What's his name?
Painkiller.
Painkiller. Yeah, they ran away for like 3 episodes. I was like, I want to
Oh
see
yeah.
that. They ran
Uh-huh.
away. They ran for like 3, 4 episodes.
Shout
By the
out to Black Light.
That's the reason why you have the trio here. And by the way, check out those that are in the archive. Check them out.
Yeah, very, very well put together. They're hilarious still to this day.
Oh,
But
great
I,
stuff.
I guess, man, I can definitely see him, especially doing it for his mom. Because if he would have
Yeah.
ran, there was
Yeah.
no way for his mom to get out, right? Or what?
And
What
she
would happen
doesn't,
to her?
and you know, she has no idea about any of this stuff. She thinks
Yeah.
Daniel's a good boy. He's such a good
Your
boy. He
dad
does
would
it.
be so proud of you.
Uh, and listen, here, and you know what? I know this is gonna be so sick. Like we were making the jokes about, well, BB would just have to be reunited with his with her uncle, but here it is. He gets to be reunited with his father.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
So there is a happy ending.
I guess, yeah. Oh, poor Daniel. Shout out to Daniel.
Yeah, poor Daniel though. I end up liking Daniel. I mean, but he was
Yeah.
getting his ass kicked to the point where when Buck was punching, he said, "No, no."
Oh, boy.
I'm saying that Daniel saying, "No, no." Like
Oh,
I know,
poor Daniel.
boy, I really felt for Daniel, but I didn't think he would last. I don't remember. I remember us talking before, and we said how many seasons or how many episodes, and I forgot what it was, but it was season 2 where he just did not make it. He did not cross the finish line. So there was that fatality. But I did want to ask you before we cut it off, because there was one scene. But what did you think about the Heather and Karen scene where?
Oh yeah, I have a note about that. Yeah,
Please
I
take
want
the
to talk
floor.
about that. But before we switch it, I just wanted to say
Sure.
that because we saw that through the last few episodes that Daniel and Buck were kind of forming some sort of friendship.
Yeah.
It's
A
like
bro,
almost like
yeah.
like
But
Buck liked him, but he
I
still
felt like
liked that man.
Buck really didn't want to do it. When he said, "I don't want to do this," I believed him.
Uh-huh.
I believed, I didn't believe that he said that in a sense of arrogance, like I don't want to
Mhm.
hurt you because I know I can. I think
Mhm.
he was like, I really like you. Even early in the episode, he says something about, that Daniel, you could trust him. It was something that he
Uh-huh.
told Fisk where you could tell that Daniel, he got Buck's blessing, and
Yeah.
he felt I want to say he felt betrayed.
Yeah, man, it's really good, interesting writing happening this season. But
Oh yeah.
to discuss Karen and Heather, when Heather comes to try to interrogate Heather almost and kind of get her like her mental states, and freaking Karen knowing that she's sleeping with Heather's man,
Mhm.
going to be like, oh yeah, there's this man who I wake up to every morning, and he's this bad boy, and I just think it's so hot. I'm like, girl, you about to get slapped in the face. And she sure
And you
enough
called
did.
it.
She sure enough did. But then Heather wasn't playing, lightweight with it. She was like, oh, did your brother, after killing your brother, did he do something to you? Did he molest you or whatever the heck? She was hitting all kinds of buttons for Karen. And it was
Mhm.
only until she brought up Frank that Karen actually had some sort of reaction. And Heather called it out. She was like, oh, does Matt know that you're, feeling Frank? So we'll see what happens in later seasons because
I'm sure. I'm sure Matt knows. I'm pretty sure Matt. I mean, Frank's kind of hot, so like Matt should
yeah,
know.
yes, he is. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Thank you. I don't know how to follow up with that. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. I did like that. I know you're not big on Karen. I know that. I mean, if you watched any of these reviews, you're not
The
big on her.
true
She's the
villain of the
villain,
show.
the true villain of the show. But I did like that she was able to get in Heather's head because Heather was saying a lot. I mean, Heather did a lot in this season where I was
Yeah.
very upset with what she was doing. I mean, she tried to get my man Jack caged for life or whatever it was,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
You don't mess with us Jacks. We stick together. Um, but so I loved that she was like, I love that Heather was able to trigger something, but then Karen was like, "Oh, you forget, I've been here for a few seasons, honey." And she
Uh-huh.
sat there and said, "Oh yeah, well, I get to sleep next to him and all this stuff." And I mean, I mean not Karen, Heather did get to sleep next to him. That's all they did was sleep next to each other.
Yeah,
Karen
that's
and Matt did other things, and the suit too. You,
right.
de-
She had the good
Matt,
old
you devil, you.
but I thought it was so interesting because yeah, they're definitely doing something with Heather. There's definitely going to be some aspects of Muse played out with her. I think they're leading up to her being, some sort of, vigilante herself or some sort of
I
villain,
was gonna ask you that. Do you think that Heather could be? She's already a villain, but like a super villain. Does she wear a cape and twirls her mustache and go? Meh?
I think she's going to put on the mask, that damn Muse mask, because she still has it. She's kept it, right? So, and every time
Oh,
she's seeing him, like in her psyche, and she's getting more and more aggressive and escalating and violent, I think she's going to be another Muse. Now, does she have any abilities? I don't think so. But did Muse have any abilities? I think he was just crazy killing
I think he was.
people.
I think he was just human. I know in the comics there was some special stuff about him. I don't know enough, but from the television show, he seemed like a regular dude with a
Yeah.
knife. Just he was
So,
very talented with the knife. But I would sit here and say if they do go that route, I I would be interested to see how Heather plays the role, and two, I think it would be justice for Muse because Muse, I mean, I thought he was going to be
justice for Muse? What do you mean? Because he already
I
got
said okay.
his.
So I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. It would be nice. It would be nice if Muse get back on TV because it just seems like he was only there for one episode. He didn't do a whole heck of a lot. So I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it would be. I say justice meaning we get a Muse back on screen because
Okay, yeah, because they
I
did seem to dispatch him pretty quick, like waste of a character.
yeah, and I thought like he was gonna be. I knew Fisk was always going to be the main villain. We all knew that, but I thought that Muse would play a bigger role than he did.
Mhm.
So I would be interested in seeing how that goes and see if
Okay.
she gets to Muse gets more episodes.
All right, all right, all right. Well, if you like this episode, please give us a like. Please follow us on all of your streaming platforms and join us tomorrow where we'll be discussing the newest episode of The Boys and
Yes.
also the season finale of Invincible. So yeah, join us here, same time, same place. Goodbye. See ya.